All right, guys, this is Paul Singh, the Market Speculator, with the trade report for Tuesday, January 15th, 2019. Uh, Recording this about 2 hours after the open. Pretty strong. We're up three-fourths of a percent. Pretty much invalidating, not really invalidating, but at least getting back up over yesterday's little drop. Now, to start the week, we talked about expecting consolidation here. Best case scenario would be a test of resistance. And we've got a lot of strong resistance here. We're butting up right into price action resistance, right around 260 to 260.50, we'll say, maybe even a little higher. And then we've got the moving average on SPY at 260.290. So we're basically right in a 3-point resistance zone. And I doubt, maybe it would happen, but I doubt we'll break through it this week. But if we can just consolidate in here all week and then next week get the break, I think that would be really constructive here for this week. What we don't want to happen is, and what my fear was yesterday, was that, okay, we pulled back here. Now do we gap down below the 9? And so far we haven't done that. Looking very good. So this market has been, we've been talking about this, the character of this bounce is different than the character of these bounces in here. And we'll see if that continues. So the plan right now is to watch this consolidation, light pullback, test of this resistance. Be patient here. We've got positions on. Probably not going to add too much here. Maybe if something looks really good, and there are a number of things that look really good. So we're going to do that. And as this is happening, we're going to monitor relative strength. What areas are looking strong? We've been talking about software for a while, but other areas will start to pop up. We'll see which ones those are. Specific retail areas have been showing a little bit of strength. Department stores, footwear, especially footwear. Banks are starting, financials are starting to do much better. So these are areas to obviously keep an eye on. And then we also, we're still within this bear market, and sometimes these are very powerful and fail. So if this thing does fail, we'll flip very quickly. We're not making any big declarations that we're just out of the bear market. We're going to ramp up here. We're ready. If we drop here, down to say 255, I would look 254, 255 on SPY. I would look to start potentially adding shorts. Right now, the only shorts we have on our list would be the sector ETFs. So SPXS, TZA, and SQQQ, and maybe even SOXS, the financial one, FAZ, and a couple of others. So that's the idea here. We look at the Qs. Qs are up big this morning, and then IWM. Not quite as much. We want IWM to do a little better, but I don't think this is a function of the market not liking small caps. It's just that we're heading into really strong resistance after a big run, much closer to resistance than SPY is. So I think that's the reason here. This run has actually been stronger than SPY. So small caps are doing good, even if they're lagging today. Let's take a look at biotech. Biotech strong, above the moving average is a potential entry. Financial strong with all these banks reporting and decent reactions to the banks, which has helped the market. Now let's get to current position. Let me just quickly pull up UWZ as well. Brazil is still consolidating after a big run. Current positions, Facebook popping big this morning, up almost 3%, 4 points. Initial target is 10 points, even though we think it could possibly go to 160 or 165. Entry was at 142.50, so almost got to 152 today. But if we get in the 152s, we can start thinking about taking profits. At the least right now, stop is moved up to entry level, so we're in another nice situation where it's either break even or win. We don't have to really worry about a loss unless there was a big gap down. NVIDIA is pretty much the same situation. I haven't decided if I'm going to move the stop up or not, but nice move from our entry. I think we're up 6 or 7 points on that one. FCX metals, FCX pulling back a little bit right to our entry. Entry was at 1145. We're sitting right there. Don't really like this candle, but we're going to stick with our stop level of 11. And then Win was doing really well, was showing a lot of relative strength, and then pulled back in here. We talked about 107 being our stop. Basically, moving it back up to entry level could happen, but hopefully we bounce here at the 9. And then maybe I'm regretting this a little bit. I took profits in UWT yesterday, and obviously it's bouncing this morning. The reason I took profits yesterday, because it was sitting at a spot where if it gapped down below the 9, I would just be giving up too much profit. And once we're sitting on that big a win, you can't let it even turn into break even. It has to be a good win. So I took it. I can get back in, if we like it, especially if it pops up to 13. Maybe we get back into oil. I do like it overall. I love this volume. I just didn't want to give up the big gain that we had here. But oil looking very good, potential entry. Let's go over some other focus list stocks. Lulu looking strong here. I think it could be an entry where it is right now with a target of 150 to 160. Amazon nearing resistance levels. Let's keep an eye there. Google a little farther away. And Netflix is going to be reporting soon. Big gap up this morning. Nothing to really do with it right now. WWE, we've been watching this one, still consolidating. I think it's near entry level here. Someone asked about potential where, if you entered, where would you potentially put a stop? Definitely below the 9, and I'd probably go under the range around 76.50 with a target of at least 90 to 97. Spotify, we haven't talked about Spotify in a while, but it's waking up. Recent last year IPO and has remounted the 50-day moving average. So remounted to key level. These bounces have tended to fail, but this one looks a little stronger here. So potential entry in Spotify. Again, if I'm not, I've already got positions, so I can't get over leveraged. So there are good stocks that I can't take right now. So if you like one of these, go ahead and take it. Twilio, I actually, after saying that, I might take it. I really like this one. If it breaks 100 at all-time highs. Etsy, also very strong. I think it's a good entry here with a stop below the 9, and you could even play for a break of the high. Baba, China has been picking up a little bit over the remount level right now. A couple of energy stocks. Rig, I could put a lot of them on, but Rig is one I like a lot. I'd wait for a break of the 50. OAS, same thing. DO, same thing. And then let's get back to software with cyber, which is related to cybersecurity. Very strong today. I don't think we can enter today, but looking very strong. Square, watch for the remount of the moving average here. And then Team as well, very strong. I think a break of this range, maybe I think we could even enter pre-breakout with this strong candle at the 9. And then finally another last software, Payc, looking very good today. So lots of choices if you're looking to enter something. Remember, our bias is to the long side, but expecting consolidation and maybe a little back and forth here at resistance. But if we start to break down, I will flip and short very quickly.